Assalamu alaikum, dear students of grade 6th. I welcome you back in the Leaders Odyssey online homeschooling system. Its subject Computer Science, grade 6th, Module 2 Processing and Storage, Task 1 Basic Computer Operations. In these tasks, you will be able to learn about what is computer, its uses, information and computer, the basic computer operations, IPO cycle, and guidelines for your homework will be added so that there should not be any confusion. Dear students, I want from all of you to participate and attempt the worksheets, solve your worksheets. Send me the homework to be checked. It will really work for you. Please do participate. And one student, what was her name? Let me check that. Bushra Abbas. Bushra Abbas, well done. Very good. You have attempted very well. She has made a video presentation and she has sent to me. Other students who are participating, they are also appreciated. But she has made the way that I had told. What is a computer? A computer is an electronic device that can process, store, and retrieve information with great accuracy and speed, according to the commands or instructions that user give through a program. From here till here, it says that computer is a device that uses electricity to work. And then it says that it processes, store, and retrieve information. For processing, first it will give input, it will text input. By input devices, it will take input from user, then it will process from the microprocessor, from the CPU, then it will store it for later use, for further use, and then retrieve information. It will gives you output with great accuracy and speed. It says that it's not like human, that human commits mistake. Computer does not commit mistake mostly. With great accuracy means no mistake, and speed. It has speed than human being. It is fast according to the commands or instructions. Then one more difference is over here, that human beings are independent. They work themselves by their brain, following their human brain. But here computer is dependent on human. Computer takes instructions and commands from human, then it will follow that and then it will perform any task. Without human's instruction, it cannot has its own choice, and that user gives through a program. That is the same thing. Example, meat grinder. You can give example of meat grinder, that a meat grinder first takes some input. Meat is given over here as an input, then it is processed, then it will gives output. In the same way, computer first take input, then it will process it, and then it gives output. In between, it will store it somewhere for further use, for later use. Computer uses. Dear students, it's 21st century skill and we use computers in every aspect of our lives. That is very true. You can find them almost everywhere, at your school, at your home, at your parents' workplace, at any functions, at any ceremony, wherever you go in your surrounding, you find small computers, cell phones, mobile phones, laptop, iPad, tablet. Even the new cell phones are small computers. Students, I can give example of 21st century skill with computers. The links like this, that the links of a 21st century skill with computer is in the same way that the links of a student with water bottle or lunch box. That early in the morning while you go to school, you just give your 110%, not to forget your water bottle, so that you think that your water bottle is compulsory to be with you. In the same way, in this 21st century, skill computer is that much necessary for every human. Information in computer, all these computers are mainly used through applications to store, process, and transmit information. The main purpose of the computer is to store, process, and then retrieve information, transmit information. Then what is this information? Let's think of some examples, like the account number and the amount of money a client has in a bank. That is considered to be information. Very good. Photos or videos of a trip contain information on sites visited, sites seen, whether our mood is seen. The result of an experiment, that is also called information. The processed data is called information simply. And the purpose of the computer is to give the humans information, to transmit the human information. Basic computer operations. These are the basic functions of a computer. Data input. With the term data, we mean unprocessed information. With the term data, we mean raw facts and figures. Then the next step is data processing. This is based on instructions contained in the programs. Of course, the processing is done in the microprocessor in the CPU, but it is based on the instructions that is given by the user or by human. Storage of data and information for later processing. It will store that data into somewhere in any storage device to be processed later. Output of information. You can say information is output. As a result, the information you get, that is called output. The output which you take, that is called information. You can tell these two vice versa, that output is information and information is output. Input process output cycle, or IPO cycle. Students, you see here, there are many input devices: keyboard, mouse, camera, and mic. What are they? These are input devices used to feed the computer or to take some input, some data input or some input data from the user, and then it will send it into CPU. CPU contains three basic components: ALU, arithmetic logic unit, that is responsible to carry out arithmetic and logical instructions. Then second is CU, control unit. Control unit is responsible to control the sequence of instructions given by user. Then this is registers. The third is registers, fast memory, where ALU stores its data or values when doing its calculation or while performing any task. It stores data over here. See students, CPU also works with main memory. What is main memory? RAM or ROM. They both are called as a main memory. RAM stands for random access memory. ROM stands for read only memory. RAM is temporary memory. ROM is permanent memory. As you start your computer, the ROM stores the data, the loading, while you on your computer. Everything is stored in ROM, but RAM stores the data temporarily. It retains the data till the electric power supplies to it. Whenever the computer lost electric supply, then it lost the data. It's of further discussion. This RAM and ROM, don't be confused with this one. We will discuss it further as well, but now you just you must know this one, that CPU has link or works with main memory as well, that is called RAM and ROM. Then while CPU process the data, it will send the data to the output devices, like it can be displayed on the uh, screen of the monitor, it can be heard by speaker, it can be printed on the page by printer. In the same way, another example is given here, that keyboard is by keyboard, that is input device, or mouse is here. You can type 2 plus 3, then it will process by CPU and it will gives output on the screen or on any paper. You can take example of a human being, that whatever you see or you hear, it means the data feeds in your eyes or in your ears. Then your brain process it, and then as a result you will write it on anywhere or you will speak it. That is your output. Like currently you are listening to me, and then listening and watching both, then your brain works, you will understand it, and then you will solve your worksheets or you will give a presentation. That is the process of IPO cycle, input process output cycle. See here the whole process: input process output, first giving input, then processing, and then giving output, taking output. That is IPO cycle. Functions of a computer: all basic computer operations such as input, processing, output, and storage that are very clear to you. These all are performed by different parts of a computer hardware. The main units include processing operations, while peripherals mainly include input, output, and storage operations. Now come towards your homework. Let me show you your worksheet over here. Dear students, this format is very familiar with you. You will write your name over here, section over here, date and roll number. If you are of 6th boys, you will send into this email address. If you are of 6th girls, you will send into this email address. Answer the following question. What do you mean by the term data? Data is the unprocessed information, or raw facts. Raw facts and figures are called data. What is information? The unprocessed. The processed data is called information. What is IPO cycle? Input process output cycle. What is that? Draw. Insert a box over here. Any rectangular box over here. Inside of that, write there input, and then in the center another box, there write processing by CPU. Yes. Then in the right side you will in a box you will write their output. It will be better if you explain as well. That is called IPO cycle. Then next question is, open your PC and observe and write down 3 programs that are in it. Then write down the use of each program. You can see from my PC as well over here that I have many programs over here. Among these all programs, you can select any 3 of them. For example, Paint, Mozilla Firefox, from here Safari or Google Chrome. You will write over here, then its use. Paint is used for painting. Paint here, painting here. Then here Mozilla Firefox or Google Chrome or Safari, any of the web browser. Then you will write here to go to websites to search. It is used for searching anything on the internet. Then write down devices names used for the above functions. For input, which devices are used? Input devices names: mouse, keyboard. These are input devices. Then name them over here. For processing, CPU, microprocessor. In the same way, for output devices names you will write here, and for storage, this storage devices you will write here, like hard disk, main memory, RAM, ROM, USB flash memory. Dear students, hope these week lecture and homework is very clear to you. Take care of yourselves and follow my instructions. Allah Hafiz.